Hello guys, this is Paula and I'm here this evening to do our cards, our Rolodex cards. Now, I just been kind of picking up winter time stuff. You know, it's been cold for some people and not for others. We've had like spring-like weather today. So maybe this will make it a little cooler here for us as well. Not that I want it to be cool. So this is scraps. I just pulled out stuff that looked snowy and icy and some leftover things out of scraps. And here's a red velvet ribbon I thought might brighten things up. Some old, I don't know what this is for. Oh, to put on the back. I thought this one might need to be put on the back. He's pretty tall, so let's go ahead and glue him down because he might have to take a minute to dry. So this is just a little snowman dude, and I'm just going to get a piece of old book paper, if I can find a piece here, or just a piece of cardstock. And we'll put him on with some glue stick because he's kind of lightweight. I think he'll be fine doing that. Okay, so we'll just put it on the back of him and then stick him down onto this other cardstock. So he'll be nice and steady when he's standing up. So I'm just going to put it on like this on a piece of scrap rather than putting him on. I don't know about these arms. I almost just cut them off because they're so skinny. I thought I could just draw some on easier. We'll keep them for now, but yeah, I'm not too sure about that. So we'll put that to the side and let that dry for just a second, and then we'll ink him a little bit. And here is our card for the background. Like I said, I have not made up my mind what we're gonna do. So I'm thinking like a snow scene, sort of. Maybe we can do this lower portion down here like it's a snowbank. They kind of have little designs in them, so we'll just kind of cut kind of wonky, if that's a word. And this up here, I'll just cut it off straight and we'll just kind of make it like a heel. Like a heel. And then this one can come off. I don't think those will make that much difference. Okay, so when I get ready to put this into the dowel that's going to hold these, I'll cut these little places back out. So first, let's make sure we've got it on here covering all the corners, because these corners are rounded. Let's see. So today, my husband and I went vintage shopping a little bit to get me out walking, because I've just, you know, I had that injection. I forgot to tell you guys that they blew my vein, and so my husband's like, your hand looked horrible in that last video. And I'm like, I forgot to tell him, you know, I didn't run into anything. That was actually from them putting my IV in. Some people just can't get it. Okay, so here we go. Now we're gonna line that up here and then maybe line up a different texture on another roll, so we can stuff the little snowman on different rolls. Do you see what I'm saying? It makes it look different. Now I know from where you're looking, this may not be showing much. I should have got my blue ink out. I do have a little bit of blue ink on. I believe it's on this one. Yeah. I used, if this is the one, I'm not sure. I tell you, this is how it is. It goes this way, doesn't it? Maybe it was this one. Let's see. Yeah, it is, but it doesn't have a lot of blue on it, but we're going to try to see if we can get the edges to... Yeah, I guess I'm going to use archival, but instead of using blue, I'm going to use a little bit of gray. I was using my, because I don't want it to be like bright blue. I just want it to look like there's a little bit of separation in all the white. Does that make sense? You can see that close up, and I think that you'll be able to see it when we get it all put together. So, and how it's turned out really with these little Rolodex cards is you're pretty much doing little scenes, you know, which I think is fun. I like doing that. I hope you guys are having fun doing it. I know a lot of you have told me you have enjoyed it. I am going to be doing a giveaway. I had one book left in my shop that I wanted to give away before Christmas to someone. So I'll announce that in a video probably on Monday, and the giveaway will start on Monday. And so it'll probably last, you know, till Friday or something. It's not going to be a long time, just so everyone has plenty of time. Okay, so let's glue these down, and we don't want to spend forever just trying to lay snow down, right? So I'm not gonna add a lot of glue to the top portion, because we want that to be where we slide the snowman down, right at the very top. So let's just kind of do like this. And I don't know if you can see the gray that I put on here, but I definitely can. So we're going to glue up this side for sure, and along the bottom. Now, I'll probably do a separate video for the Traveler's Notebook. I'm feeling like it, you know, they take a separate amount of time, so that way I don't have to feel so rushed, and the ones that want to see more can see more. Whoops. Okay, there's a little bit sticking out right there. Let's trim that off. And I'm going to go ahead and trim the corners, because they want to, they don't like it. They're not happy. They're not happy with me. Okay, so I'm going to put these little snowmen in different places. This little guy, he's going to go right here maybe. We'll see. Look at these two. They're cute. I'm kind of putting, I'm trying to think, where do we want to put the giant tall, super tall snowman? You may put him right there. Now, as you can see, I'm going to have to trim him out. That won't take very long, because he's not real detailed. I cut him out already off of a piece of paper that he was stamped on. So these are stamped snowmen, okay? These are not my regular fussy cut scissors, and I am cutting his arms off because, you know, it takes too long to fiddle with them, and we'll put some more back on him. I'll show you how to do that. Simple. I'm sure most of you could figure it out. Just use a marker, right? Okay, let's get in here and get his little... The reason I wanted to do this little snowman was because I thought he was fun, and he reminded me of something that kids would love, you know, like a tall, real tall, lanky snowman, kind of like you'd see in some of these weird Mardi Gras parades or whatever they call them. I don't know. I've never gone down to see them, but anyway, I'm going to add just a little bit of gray here. Since we got it out, we might as well use it, right? It's not showing up as great as I would like for it to. Okay, let's see. Now see, we can put him, I thought we'd put him like in the front since he's so tall. And then put these others behind him. How cute, right? We got this little guy who's got his birdhouse, and he doesn't appreciate being scooted to the side, I'm sure. We have one more small little guy. I thought we could put him right here. And let's glue them down. I think they're ready to be glued down. Boy, it's warm in here. I'm thinking to myself, how hot can it get in this house? Okay, so let's move this over. And what I'm going to do is just start gluing from the back. And I think I am going to use the glue stick on some of this, because it just was much faster on that little guy, wasn't it? And these are so flat, and we're sticking them in a flat area, so I think this will work. We'll try it. If it doesn't, then we'll go back to the glue, because they are real flimsy when they get too wet. Cute little guys. Okay, and we'll do our little birdhouse guy back here. He's got glue on him already a little bit. So let's go ahead and just put more on him. He had been stuck down in with the part that was all glued already. So we're doing this little snow guy, and then we're going to do another snowy scene. These little card videos, these little Rolodex card videos will not be super long, because this is day 6 and 7 we're working on, I believe. You guys might have to line me out here, because I'm not sure. So we're going to put glue all the way down him except where it comes to his hat. And then we won't worry about it, because he's tall. Otherwise, I think that's the only part. There we go. Let's put him right here. I think I did get his head too high. So he is gonna have some glue on the back, but I'll fix that. Yep, of course, of course. Here, let's do like this. Get some of that glue off. And I'll wipe it down real good in a minute. I'll put some powder on the back of it. Okay, so we're gonna do this little tiny snow person, all alone on his little side. He actually started out with the 2 other little ones, and I separated them. Okay. So I thought he'd look cute over here, up against this giant. Now, we have, I'm thinking, I don't really want to ink in brown, but I am going to ink a little bit around this, even though I said I wasn't going to ink, remember? Paula, shame on you. I don't know. I just do what is a habit. Are you guys that way? Okay, so I have this red. I don't know why I brought it into the equation, but and then we have some snowflakes we could do something with if we wanted to along the bottom maybe. No, I don't like the snowflakes, so those are out of here. We've got icicles. Nah, but we have this word snow, which I do like. And then we have these really cute little snowflakes I thought we'd use on this one. We have blue, and we've got white and silver. How about a blue and a silver? That may be too much, because I really wanted to put the word snow somewhere. Maybe across his chest. Let's just see. I think these have, yep, they attach. We'll put one up here in the right corner. And I don't know if there's room for another one, guys. What do you think? Maybe we'll put the snow down here. The word snow. So what we can do is this one can be hanging off partly. Can't it? Or I really like it right here on him, across the front. So what we'll do is we'll just put this one here, and I'll put powder on the back of it as well, because this is going, the point of this, I know a lot of you are thinking, what's the point of this? Well, they're really cute when they're finished. I've seen them. I've seen a finished one, and they're adorable just to sit around in their conversation piece. And they're just a lot of fun. Here, let's put the snow word down. So I did get a good haul today at the vintage shop. Right there. Yeah, that turned out cute, don't you think? Let me get a little thing of powder. It's a powder thing for when you emboss. And if you put powder on anything sticky, it takes the sticky away. Yeah, worked perfect. Okay. I probably put too much, but that's all right. We'll wipe it off before we move on to the second one. Now, let me find my pen, and we'll put his arms back on. Let's see. He just had straight stick arms. And of course, this one over here is going to go behind the snowman. I mean the snowflake. So not much of it will show. Yeah, I think they're cute, little snow people. Now, I'm going to put a little tiny bit of, I'm going to throw this thing in the trash. I pull it out every time I pull out the Wink of Stella. I wonder where the other one went. Oh, there it is. I say that and then I don't do anything about it. I'm going to do his little hat. Do his little hat because it looks kind of powdery. And his little scarf. Well, that just poured out all at once. Look at it pouring out. Oh my goodness. What's up with that? So we're going to have a very shiny snowman. We'll just go ahead and finish him off. He'll be nice and glittery because it spilt down on him. Every now and then, these Wink of Stella pins will do that. It's not the first one that has spilt out. I just like a little bit of glitter here and there. The nice thing is it doesn't have to be super fancy. Yeah. There we go. I don't guess I got down here because this doesn't look shiny like the rest of it. Yeah, there we go. Fun, fun. Let me make sure you guys, the other day I was holding these up and it looked like on camera I was holding them down here, but when I hold them up here, it shows them. See, how cute are these little dudes? Okay, there's number one. Let's move on and do number two, but first I gotta wipe this powder off. It is not cool. It makes everything kind of gritty. So I'm gonna move it so we don't have to deal with that. Okay, while the other one's drying, we can use this wipey here to clean off this little bit of powder. Okay, all right, I'm going to move this back where it came from. Okay, I love those little brushes, by the way. I don't know if you guys have gotten any yet. I do not know the name of them. Oh, you know what I forgot to put on this? I love these little glittery enamel dots. They have just enough little sparkle in them. So let's put a couple on here. You know, they're just cute. I hope the powder that was on here doesn't affect how they stick. It could. So we're just going to kind of stick a few different sizes on here. If I can get my fingers to, they're so tiny. Let's put a tiny one up there. Cute, cute. Okay, and one more on this other side. You don't have to go overboard to get your point across on these little things. I got these little sparkly ones in a card kit that Simple Simon Stamps put out 2 winters ago, I believe. So they're not anywhere to be found unless that I know of. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put these away and we'll pull out the next one. Now the next one it's wintry too. I just kind of pulled out all my wintry stuff and couldn't decide, so everything made it to the list. So this little card has got an ice skater. Okay, and then it's got sweater weather. I don't know if you guys have seen the Saturday Night Live where they go sweater weather. Of course, there's no way I could say it like they do, but it was a funny clip on Facebook. Okay, from an old Saturday Night Live. I'm not inking these. We're just gonna decide where we want to lay them. I think starting in the middle is a good spot. And I don't really want them to be like perfect. So I'm gonna do it like this with the gloves kind of up. I have a thumb missing, so I'm hiding that side. Not my thumb, but the glove or the mitten has a thumb missing. Okay, there is the scarf. Now, I don't like that the scarf and the sweater are real close to the same, but I figure if we put this little skating girl here in the middle, maybe it will, you know, not be so obvious. Now, I know that looks kind of like, okay, what's the big deal? Well, it's not a big deal, but it's fun. It's just showing sweater weather. We're gonna go like this. So I hope you guys had a good day today. I'm worn out, but yet I have a burst of energy too. Isn't that strange? But after my injection on my right hip, which was the non-surgery side, yes, I had it on Thursday, I actually had a reaction. Oh my Lord. You know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have some kind of reaction. But to the steroid, and so life was really good with all that. I turned so red, you guys wouldn't even believe it, and I was super hot, and I was itching, and it was just, ugh, it was pretty miserable. But I have allergies to anything. I tell you, if anything ever happens to me, it's going to be by some medication they put me on. Okay, so there are our gloves and our scarf. Maybe we should put the hat here in the middle to kind of separate the blue. Why hadn't I already thought of that? So with these little guys, I've been kind of watching some different videos of people doing these little Rolodex. I have not seen a lot of people doing them exactly like mine, but I have seen them. A lot of people are doing them like mixed media, and they're okay. But I wanted it to have the bulky stuff sticking up, sticking out kind of look. Does that make sense? See, kind of like how all these are sticking up, even though they have glue in the back. I'll have to do the same thing to them. I thought we could put a tree or two on here. Let's turn it around like this. course, I put a little bit too much. Wouldn't be me if it didn't have too much. I think secretively somewhere along the way, I hoarded some of this stuff in the back of my mind because I've been wanting to do these Rolodex cards. And but then I look at my stash and I think, okay, what am I going to do with that, and that, you know? So there we go. Now, if the little girl is going to be here, she looks like she's walking instead of skating, doesn't she? So maybe we need to bring her down like that. That's what we'll do. And instead of putting another tree, we'll put this little sign behind her. And we'll make it look like it has like it's a little higher up. Let's do it like it's a street post. It's kind of crooked, isn't it? Well, we'll just straighten it out a little bit. There we go. Let's get her glued down. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, this glue is crazy. Okay. I've had this little ice skater forever. And I guess this little card, and I didn't realize it till I went through what was left in that little box that just had a variety of stuff in it. You can tell she's totally different kind of paper. Let's see, I think that's cute. There's not much to it, but I like it. So we need to put our numbers on our days. And I'm going to bring over our other, try to put lids on glue. I'm going to bring over the others and see which one's which. Let's see, I'm not happy with the little black thing that I drew on here, so let's do, yeah, let's put a little line around it so it stands out a little more, maybe. That'll look a little better. Okay, so all of the wintertime clothes that you need to go ice skating and win the highest award in the World's Fair. So this is, today is, where's my little calendar? I said I was going to keep it so we wouldn't have a problem knowing what today was. And now I can't find it, you guys. Can you believe that? I can believe it. Good grief. Anyway, I know it's the 6th. I know we've already done the 5th. So we're going to kind of go back and look at what we've done. Which I think we've done some cute ones so far, guys. We have the front of it. Let me make sure let me stand. Okay, yeah. This is number 1, which is really just the cover. Okay. This is number 1. Number 2, day 2. My favorite so far. J3, there's the number in the bottom. Day 4, day 5, and we've got day 6 and 7. So let me put these back over here. This thing's going to start filling up at some point. 6 and 7 is what we need. So we have silver. That will do for 6. If I can get down in this package, it's pretty old. There's number 6. But I'm gonna have to, I'll put it right here. I don't think it's gonna stick unless we put some glue on it. Unfortunately, it's old stickers, you know how that is. If you don't use them right away, as soon as you open the package, you have trouble with them. Nothing lasts as long as we'd like, right? Okay, so I know this looks messy here, guys. I'm sorry. But when you just start pulling stuff out, it is messy. There's number 6. Now, I like the way that one turned out. Okay. And this one is number 7, which I'm still thinking in my brain, how can I make this? I've got gold, red. Let's do this red. This is like a shiny red. We haven't used it yet. And we need it to be number 7. And once again, we got to put something on the back to hold it down. Number 7. Now, where do we want that? I think it will look good on the glove up here. Let's see. Right there. I'm thinking that I'm not over the top thrilled with this one because everything looks like it's kind of just piled on top of each other because there's not any distinct lines. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm going to doodle on this one real quick. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so you guys can see a little better. This won't take very long, but you'll see the difference when I am done. Now, you want to make sure when you do this that you don't smear your ink. I say that, you know, because I've been known to do it. Okay. You can already see that it's separating and they're popping out a little better, right? And beware when you go over a section that is kind of lumpy. Be very aware of that because it can cause you to mess the whole thing up. Okay. Here is this little tree. Let's go ahead and outline him. I think you'll see the difference. There was just the colors were too close to each other, I think. Okay, so go right here and get that portion. Looks like we've done a good part of it. I'm going to do this outside of this sign right here. I'm going to go ahead and outdo this little girl. Whoops. Because she has like a coating on her, I was able to wipe that off. Have you guys been watching lots of Hallmark movies? Listen, I have spent so much time in my craft room when I was making all the books that people were wanting, and I of course, having all the issues with my hip, you know, I didn't have the kind of time I had last year to spend showing every single one of them. But there we go. How's that? I did not outline the 7. I figured it looked fine. So we have 6 and we have 7. I hope you guys have had fun doing this. I'm going to be back in the next video to do my traveler's notebook. And this will be the 3rd page that I do in that notebook. All right, see you guys. It's not a notebook, it's a journal, but you get what I'm saying, right? If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you had fun, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.